Dave, No Recipe Required, and today we're going to continue on with our NFL-inspired burgers. I'm doing the Indianapolis Colts. As I was thinking about Indianapolis, the Midwest White Castle certainly came up, thought about doing sliders, but a little more research I found the fried pork tenderloin sandwich, which sounded absolutely spectacular. I had to give it a try, had to make that my Indianapolis Colts burger. So marinated pork tenderloin, breaded just like kind of fried chicken, fried in nice little peanut oil. Awesome toppings on a nice fresh bun. It's absolutely spectacular. I'm amazed I hadn't heard of this before, so I had to try it, and I hope it does the Colts justice. Let's go ahead and show you how to do it. Okay, guys. So for our fried pork tenderloin sandwich, I've got pork tenderloin here. Obviously, cut it up into like 3-inch pieces or so. I already pounded out one. Easiest way to do this is to butterfly the tenderloin. So just come in at the side and don't go all the way through. Just leave about 1 inch, and then it's opened up like that. And then what I've got here is a little Ziploc baggie that I just put a little bit of olive oil on the inside. And we can slide our tenderloin in. And then whatever your mallet of choice is, I like a wine bottle that I just put a little bit of water in after I drank it, of course. It's got a good weight, and then give it some taps. You want to get it down to the same thickness throughout, about 1/4 inch to 1/3 of an inch. And then we'll be good to marinate these guys. Alright, so I've got my tenderloin all flattened out there. I've got some buttermilk here that I'm going to add some paprika to. And we're just going to marinate our fillets right in here for a few hours. I think you could probably safely do overnight as well, and that's going to give it a nice little tanginess, kind of a fried chicken method here. Just pop these in the fridge, and then we'll come back in a few hours. Alright, so let's keep going on our Indiana Colts pork tenderloin fried sandwich. What I'm going to do, I've had my pork marinating now for several hours. And I've got a dredging station here, right? This is flour. I'm going to take the pork right out of the marinade, throw it into the flour, and then this is optional, but I'm actually going to go back into the marinade, and then quickly back into the flour to get a double coat of flour on there. Then I'm going to go, and you know, there's not a fancy way. There's a better way to do this with just one hand so your hands don't turn into cement claws of batter, but I'm not particularly great at it. What I'm going to do is then go into an egg wash, which I just got a couple eggs there, drain off the excess, and then into a big pile of panko breadcrumbs. So we got a nice kind of thick coating of breading on this pork tenderloin. I'm going to repeat this with all of my pieces. Set them aside. I've got some oil heating up. So we're going to kind of shallow fry these pieces of tenderloin. Okay, so once we got our pork breaded, I'm going to go ahead and cook mine off. I got a pot with about 1.5 inches of olive oil in there. You want to gently lay it down. You know, if you want to fully deep fry, get it fully covered, totally fine. You just want to make sure you keep your oil like less than half because it tends to expand. You want good hot oil, at least 360 degrees. Let it go until it's golden brown. You should see all the bubbles. If you don't, it's not hot enough. I'll work in batches, and we're going to get these done. Alright, as the pork cooks, you're going to see the edges start to brown, and you can take a little peek every once in a while. Let me try and do it so you guys can see it. And when it gets golden brown, that's time to flip it. I could use maybe another 15-20 seconds or so, but that'll be just fine. I'll flip it back over. Once it gets, like I said, nicely browned all over, it's certainly going to be done in the center. We'll pull it off. Alright, our pork tenderloin is done, so I'm going to fish it out of the oil. I'm going to lay it down, let it drain a little for a second. I'm going to lay it down on a paper towel. A little rack would be nice as well. And this is also fried food. I like to hit it with a little bit of salt right when it comes out. I'll let that cool, and we'll put our bun and everything together, plate it up, All right, Colts fans, let's go ahead and finish off our fried pork tenderloin burger. I'm going to go ahead and use a little kaiser roll here. I like to make sure my pork is twice as big as the kaiser roll. A little bit of mayo on the roll as well. A little bit of mustard on the other side for me. We'll go ahead and with a little lettuce, a little bit of pickle. Actually, you know what? Actually, we'll put the pickle down first just to prevent sliding. Then we go ahead and top it with that lettuce. I got some tomatoes. I got some onions. You know, use whatever it is you want. Then we'll go ahead and grab the lid, put it on top, and we've got our burger. I hope I did the Colts justice. I hope you love it, and I'll see you next time at No Recipe Required. All right, Indianapolis Colts fans, I absolutely loved making this burger. It was something I didn't expect when I started out this whole series. I'd never seen a fried pork tenderloin sandwich. I'm so glad that I found it, and I hope I did it justice. Go ahead and check out my other NFL-inspired recipes. I'm sure you're going to find some more burgers you love, and you know what? If you love pork tenderloins, so do I. I've grouped all my recipes, all my pork tenderloin recipes together in this playlist. Check it out. I'm sure you're going to find some that you absolutely love. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.